right, and we are back, and it is time to talk about the Contract of Darkness and getting your Dark Astromon. Now, this one's a tough one to kind of go through for me because there's a lot of the three Astromon you have here is arguably they're all good in their own respects, and to really hone in and tell you guys which one is going to be better for XY reasons, and there is very much more merit about, keeping one of these instead of using them, let's say, for fodder in another Astromon, because there is the argument of 100% these are light and dark Astromon. They don't come around often, excuse me. So again, this is why I put the disclaimer out there for you guys that, I am not the be all end all. The what I suggest versus what I'm going to do, again, might, go against what other people have to say about it. But that's the great thing about, again, our comment section. I always would suggest you guys go check out comment sections, especially of videos, because the opinion of my opinion is not the be all end all. And again, we're going to run through this one more in depth a little bit than we have the others, just because this is it's not a hard choice, but it is definitely a difficult one to go over. Now, I did make mention of this before. If you are outside the anniversary, you're not going to have to use your Dark Valkyrie as fodder to get your Water Valkyrie up. And the reason why we want Water Valkyrie Evo 3 is just because, again, she in the long term has more benefits, in my opinion, than keeping your Dark Valkyrie around. And the unfortunate realization is that there are so many 5-star Astromon to pull out of the gacha machine anymore. To tell somebody and give them advice to hold on to an Astromon that you might not see out of the gacha machine, especially 3 more copies of it, is one of the reasons why I'm saying I would use Dark Valkyrie outside the anniversary to feed into my Water Valk, because you get more mileage out of, so to speak, out of your Water Valkyrie than turning around and using this Dark Valkyrie. It's just, she's good. I'm not saying that she's not. It's just when you're trying to, again, help people out there and give them a way to pick something, it's very difficult for me to hone in on say something. Again, because it is the anniversary, we're in the 7th anniversary. If you are coming across these videos later on, this is going to be the choice, because you're going to take Dark Valkyrie and just feed it into your Water Valkyrie. But as I said, we're going to go through, because we have the luxury here with the anniversary to actually pick an Astromon that's going to be useful for the account going forward. Now, if you've already done your light and dark contract, you're like me and you're coming back and watching this later on, again, you pick what you want to play with at the end of the day. I want to start this off with that. If you like Dark Arthur, grab him. If you like Dark Valkyrie, grab her. If you want Dark Odin, grab her. All 3 of these Astromon are good in their own right. And partly the reason why comes back to what we talk about is their kits. All 3 of these Astromon have awesome kits, okay? We've seen Dark Arthur in how many of my Champions League videos, and this guy just stands up to a lot of damage. You gem him correctly, he's going to hit hard. And the reason why, and this goes back to my gemming video, which a lot of you guys liked, and I appreciate that, and this is primarily what I've talked about there, is gems help Dark Arthur's kit, and it's based off of his aggression. The higher his HP, the harder he's going to hit. So that's why when you see my videos in my Champions League and I go up against Dark Arthur and he doesn't take much damage, it's because people have gemmed him to go towards his kit. So in this case, aggression, and then the god tier sap. Okay, sap in Monster Super League is just, it's amazing. So already sitting at an 80% chance to get sap on somebody, he helps go on to a sap type team, whether it be for Titans, Golems, PvP, whatever. This Astromon is a well-rounded Astromon, so he could go out onto your team and help. Now, he's not going to be pulling, let's say, Dark Mona level worth of damage, but he's still going to be an okay pick here. So Arthur, Dark Arthur here he's a well-rounded to go out on and be on your team, not just in PvP, but also out in PvE. So Arthur, there is a good talk about Arthur. Valkyrie, again, is a pick if you're outside this anniversary and you're logging in to get your selection tickets. You're going to be able to Evo 3 your Water Valk with those tickets. However, if you are outside the anniversary, and again, it is very hard to pull the 3 core Astromon here. You're going to want to use this Astromon to feed it into your Water Valkyrie for later on content. Again, I know that hurts to hear me say that for a lot of my veteran players, but it's better to get something for your account already there so that you can move on and hope you get it later than it is to just hold on to it and pray that more, contracts come up. Again, I'm trying to give you guys the quickest way to have a decent team to tackle things, and having your Water Valkyrie sit there at Evo 2 when you could have it Evo 3'd and possibly be pulling trinkets later on to get Ultimate evolved that much faster. It's better than hoping and praying that we get, selection tickets on there. And if you're paying for Monster Super League, I guess I should cover that basis too. If you're willing to put money out for this game, and I do pay for certain things in the game here and there, but if you're willing to buy the packages that give you a selection ticket, obviously for that kind of player, yes, you can hold on to this Astromon and have it Evo 3'd very, very quickly because you get those selection tickets. So there is that. But again, we're going to cover what it is. Valkyrie to me is a good PvP pick. She's not necessarily a good pick outside of PvP. Outside maybe Seal being something good that passive skills don't activate. However, how many bosses does Smart Study have out there that says, I'm immune to everything? So unfortunately, that means then the boss can't be stunned. So then the boss can't be sealed. So that is where, unfortunately, Dark Valkyrie here falls off for me outside of PvP. In PvP, you guys have seen her shine like, a star because she has this stun. And then if she gets seal off, on top of the fact she is another tank, so you're gemming her as HP percent. So you might do HP, 2 HP percents and some defense, and that's why those Dark Valkyries just end up living. You could just do straight up HP, and having someone with a stun, a 90% chance stun on her normal skill, is really good. However, again, she's not well rounded. She is only for PvP in my mind. So while yes, hanging on to her so you can complete your Astro Guide and having a Dark Valkyrie, cool. However, she's kind of the low man on the totem pole in this pick for me. The third one that we have on here as well is Dark Odin. Dark Odin is my second, if not close to tying Arthur in this pick because of her kit. Battle Rush and then having a defense down is just, it's good, right? Battle Rush helps her get her HP back and then her SP. So she's not only healing herself by every turn, but she's also giving herself SP, which just gets her to her active skill. And defense down, you guys know my opinion on defense down. You get that on there, it's going to shred, you just win. And so having another Astromon here to do this is not bad. However, this goes back to talking about our elemental differences and our Water Valkyrie. Water Valkyrie has 100% already chance to defense down. Now, that doesn't include resistances and all that kind of stuff. It still can get resisted, but the point being is you already have someone on your team to put defense down. If you are trying to double stack it, I mean, this would be a good Astromon to add to that team, just because again, Battle Rush helps her out and she can do that. Now the difficult part though with Odin, Dark Odin, is she's balanced. So unfortunately at max level, max rank, her attack is not going to be what you would expect out of a Dark Astromon that you have on your team. So she's a little bit hard to plan around, but still is a good, again, in my opinion, a well-rounded Astromon that can go both in PvP and PvE. So outside of this Dark Contract, again, the easier picks on these are going to be between Arthur and Odin for me, and Dark Valkyrie is unfortunately the third pick out of it on here. For this account, though, going forward, I am going to pretty much pick. I think I'm just going to go with Dark Odin, just because we don't need Dark Valkyrie for our Water Valkyrie. I'm within the festival, so again, when you're in this kind of I'm not going to say predicament, but when you're in this kind of choice, at least for me right now, thinking about the future of the account and the fact that I don't have to feed this into my Water Valkyrie, I have a choice between Arthur and Odin. I've never had a Dark Odin, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that on this go around for here. But the pick 100% outside of this anniversary should be Dark Valkyrie to then feed into the Water Valkyrie, just because you don't know when you're going to summon or get another, ability to summon. Unless you're really lucky to get these 5-star Astromon, I'd rather guarantee me having the Water Valkyrie going forward. But because we're in the anniversary, etc., I'm going to go ahead with Dark Odin. So I'm going to enter this contract and let me mute, because Monster Super League doesn't know how to audio balance. There we go. And here we go with the dark contract. So first day is done, and we have a ticket. Now on here, I'm going to be going through this and trying to get a little bit more done with the account. Before we have a couple days left for Victoria's new login event, our new users benefits going through. We also are going to be pulling for Dark Persephone on this account. We have 4 summon tickets, but I don't know if that's enough to get us to the mid, but we could get a Dark Persephone out of one of these eggs. I got to do a little bit more farming to try and get some more gems up. I do need to slime this week and next week, which might get us in there. But well, I'll leave that off here for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.